Most of you are weak because you let your emotions control you. You let fear, laziness, and self-doubt dictate your actions. You wake up, scroll your phone, and convince yourself that tomorrow is the day you'll change. But tomorrow is a lie. Life isn't waiting for you to feel ready. The world doesn't care about your excuses. You either wake up and take control, or you stay a prisoner in your own mind. Your mind is the battleground. Every second it's either pushing you forward or pulling you into weakness. And most of you, you've already lost the war before it even started. You wake up and immediately seek comfort. You roll over, scroll through nonsense, delay getting up, and wonder why your life isn't changing. It's because you're addicted to ease. And ease is the fastest road to destruction. Every successful man you admire, every champion, every billionaire, every conqueror had one thing in common. They mastered their mind before they mastered the world. They understood that discipline isn't something you turn on when you feel like it. It's who you become. You don't negotiate with your emotions. You don't ask yourself if you're motivated. You just execute. Because the man who acts despite his feelings is the man who bends reality to his will. Most of you are sitting around waiting for motivation to strike like a lightning bolt. As if one day you'll magically wake up and feel like working hard, like making sacrifices, like dominating every area of your life. That day will never come. It doesn't exist. The world isn't going to hand you discipline. No one is going to knock on your door and force you to become great. It's either you grab life by the throat and mold it into what you want, or you stay exactly where you are, trapped in the same cycles of mediocrity, wishing things were different while refusing to take action. Look around. Do you like where you are? Do you feel powerful when you wake up? Are you proud of the way you move, the way you think, the way you operate? Or do you feel weak, stuck, frustrated with yourself? If the answer is the latter, good. That means there's a part of you that knows you're capable of more. That's the part you need to feed. Pain isn't your enemy, weakness is. Pain is the fire that forges men into warriors. Every time life gets hard, every time things don't go your way, you're being given an opportunity to grow. But instead of embracing it, most of you retreat. You complain, you make excuses. You tell yourself life is unfair, and while you sit there wallowing in self-pity, the real players are out there stacking wins. The men who embrace pain, they come out on the other side stronger, sharper, untouchable. You think the world is going to reward you for taking it easy, for avoiding discomfort, for staying exactly the same year after year? You think greatness is handed out to the weak? Every moment you waste is a moment stolen from the future version of you who could have been unstoppable. If you want to conquer life, you have to conquer your mind first. That means getting uncomfortable on purpose. That means waking up earlier than you want to, training when you're exhausted, working when everyone else is relaxing. It means doing what's necessary, not what's easy. The man who seeks comfort will always be ruled by the man who seeks dominance. You don't have time to be lazy. You don't have time to sit around feeling sorry for yourself. You think your competition is resting? You think the top 1% are taking it easy, waiting for the perfect moment? No. They're outworking you. They're outthinking you. They're making moves while you're making excuses. Stop lying to yourself. You have no valid excuse. You weren't born into royalty, so what? Neither were the greatest men in history. You had a rough childhood, so did a lot of warriors. You don't have the resources? That's an excuse for the weak. Everything you need is already inside of you. The only question is, will you unleash it? Or will you spend the rest of your life dreaming, hoping, wishing, watching other men live the life you were too scared to chase? The world will always belong to the men who refuse to quit. The question is, are you one of them? Life is a fight. Every single day, from the moment you wake up to the second you close your eyes, you are in a battle. And the battlefield, it's your mind. You are either conditioning yourself for strength, discipline, and dominance, or you are letting weakness creep in, letting fear dictate your actions, letting laziness steal your potential. There is no neutral ground. There is no middle path. You are either sharpening your mind like a weapon, training it to be unshakable, or you are letting it rot with excuses. Every decision, no matter how small, is either making you stronger or making you weaker. A man's mind is the foundation of his reality. Control it, and you control your destiny. I remember stepping into the ring, feeling my opponent's energy before the fight even began. He had that look in his eyes, the look of uncertainty, of hesitation, of doubt. I knew in that moment, before a single punch was thrown, that I had already won. Why? Because I had trained my mind to be unbreakable. It didn't matter if I was in pain. It didn't matter if I was tired. It didn't matter if fear was whispering in the back of my head. My mind was stronger than all of it. The battle is always won before it even starts, because the man with the stronger mind will always outlast the one who is only physically prepared. You can have all the talent in the world. You can have the best genetics, the best opportunities, the best resources. But if your mind is weak, you will crumble the moment things get tough. The reason most people fail in life isn't because they lack ability. It's because they lack mental toughness. The moment they face resistance, they fold. They look for the easy way out. They start doubting themselves, questioning if they're capable, searching for an excuse to quit. That's the difference between winners and losers. Winners don't allow weakness to take hold. They don't entertain thoughts of failure. They don't sit around feeling sorry for themselves when things don't go their way. They take the hit, they adjust, and they keep moving forward. A man who refuses to quit cannot be beaten, because even when he loses, he comes back stronger. You have to start seeing yourself as a warrior, not just physically, but mentally. Every challenge you face, every setback, every hardship, it's all training. It's all preparing you for the battles ahead. You cannot afford to be soft. You cannot afford to let your emotions control you. Life is not going to be easy. It will test you. It will push you. It will try to break you. But those moments, the ones where you feel like giving up, those are the moments that define you. A weak man runs from pain. A strong man embraces it, knowing that suffering is the price of greatness. Most people spend their lives running from discomfort. They avoid hard work, they avoid risk, they avoid anything that might push them beyond their comfort zone, and then they wonder why they never achieve anything. Success isn't found in comfort. It's found in the struggle, in the sacrifice, in the relentless pursuit of something greater. You have to be willing to suffer for what you want. You have to be willing to bleed for it, to endure pain, to face setbacks and keep pushing forward anyway. A man who is willing to suffer more than his opponent will always come out on top, because pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. There is no secret formula, no magic trick, no shortcut. The only way to win in life is to develop an unshakable mindset, to become the kind of man who doesn't break, who doesn't falter, who doesn't need external motivation to take action. You need to wake up every single day with the mindset of a fighter, ready to attack life, ready to conquer, ready to dominate, because if you don't, someone else will. Someone else will outwork you, outthink you, outlast you. A man who hesitates is already defeated, because in the time he spent doubting, another man was out there making things happen. So ask yourself, what kind of man do you want to be? Do you want to be the kind of man who waits for life to give him something, or do you want to be the kind of man who takes what he wants? Do you want to be the kind of man who crumbles under pressure, or the kind of man who rises up and dominates? Because at the end of the day, the choice is yours. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to do the work for you. It's all on you. Master your mind and you will master your life. Conquer your mind and you will conquer the world. Your biggest enemy isn't the world, the government, or some external force. Your biggest enemy is your own mind, your weakness, your hesitation, your excuses. And the worst part, you don't even realize you're losing. You sit there comfortable thinking you have time. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, that you'll get serious next week, next month, next year. But let me tell you something. You are running out of time. Every second that passes is a second you will never get back. The man you could have been is dying every day that you waste in mediocrity. Look around. How many people do you know who had dreams, ambitions, goals, yet they're still stuck in the same place, living the same life they swore they would escape? How many men told themselves they would build something great, but never did? That's the fate of the weak. That's the reality for those who let fear control them, who let doubt cripple them, who let life pass them by while they sit on the sidelines. The difference between the men who make it and the men who don't is simple. The ones who win take action before they feel ready. You think you have time, you don't. Every day you hesitate, another man is getting stronger, richer, more powerful. While you're procrastinating, someone else is grinding. While you're making excuses, someone else is stacking wins. While you're waiting for the perfect moment, someone else is taking what you want. And when you finally decide to take life seriously, you realize you're already too late. The world doesn't wait for weak men. It doesn't pause for indecision. It rewards the ruthless, the disciplined, the ones who move with urgency. Most of you are scared to take risks. You're afraid of failing, afraid of looking stupid, afraid of making mistakes. But let me tell you something. Staying the same is the biggest failure of all. Wasting your potential is the worst mistake you can make. Watching another man live the life you are too scared to chase is the most humiliating thing you will ever experience. If you don't take control of your life, someone else will. And you'll spend the rest of your days following orders, living on someone else's terms, wondering why you never had the courage to go all in. Fear is an illusion. It's a lie your mind tells you to keep you weak. It convinces you that you're not ready, that you need more time, that you should play it safe. And if you believe it, you will stay exactly where you are forever. Look at your life right now. Be brutally honest with yourself. Is this where you want to be? Are you proud of what you built? Do you wake up every morning feeling powerful, unstoppable, in control? If the answer is no, then what are you waiting for? There is no rescue mission coming for you. No one is going to force you to be great. It is 100% on you. The truth is, most people will never escape the trap. They will never break free from their own weakness. They will never take control of their minds. And because of that, they will never take control of their lives. And the saddest part, they will convince themselves that it wasn't their fault. They will blame society, blame their circumstances, blame everyone but themselves. But deep down, they will know the truth. They were too afraid to take the risks necessary to win. A man who cannot master himself will always be a slave to the men who can. You have two choices. You can stay exactly where you are, doing the same things, thinking the same thoughts, making the same excuses, and you will get the exact same results. Or you can decide right now that enough is enough. That you will no longer live as a spectator in your own life, that you will take action no matter how uncomfortable it feels, that you will start today, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Because the only thing worse than failing is looking back years from now and realizing you never even tried. One day you will wake up and there will be no more time left to do what you should have done. You have no idea how powerful you can become. Right now you are living at a fraction of your potential, operating on autopilot, letting life push you around instead of grabbing it by the throat and bending it to your will. You weren't born to be average. You weren't put on this earth to be another nameless, faceless extra in the background of someone else's story. You were meant to dominate, to rise, to conquer. But the only way that happens is if you stop waiting and start building. You don't become a champion by accident. You don't become rich by accident. You don't become powerful by accident. Every great man in history decided he was going to be great before the world even knew his name. Look around you. The world is run by men who refuse to accept mediocrity. The billionaires, the athletes, the warriors, the leaders, they all made a choice to become exceptional. And you've been given the same opportunity. You've been given the same 24 hours. The only difference is how you use them. The man who wakes up with purpose, who attacks the day with discipline and intensity, will always crush the man who drifts through life waiting for something to happen. Weak men wait for motivation. Strong men move without it. That's the difference. Most of you only work when you feel like it, only grind when it's convenient, only chase your goals when life makes it easy. That's why you lose. That's why you stay stuck. Winners understand that discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. They don't sit around waiting for some magical burst of energy. They wake up, they execute, they win. And because of that, they build lives that other men can only dream of. You've been lied to your entire life. They told you to take it slow, to be patient, to wait your turn. There is no turn. There is no fairness. The world does not hand out success to those who wait. It hands it to those who take it. You will never build an empire if you move like a coward. You will never become powerful if you live in fear. You will never achieve greatness if you are waiting for permission. Stop asking, stop hesitating, stop making excuses. It's time to act. You have to stop running from pain. Growth only happens when you embrace suffering, when you push past your limits, when you force yourself to level up. Every hardship you face is a test. Every struggle is an opportunity to prove that you are stronger than the challenge in front of you. The reason most people never make it is because they break under pressure. They see difficulty and they fold. But the man who refuses to break, the man who endures, the man who keeps pushing no matter how hard it gets, that man becomes unstoppable. If you're tired, work anyway. If you're scared, move forward anyway. If you're unsure, take the risk anyway. That's how you win. That's how you separate yourself from the weak, the lazy, the mediocre masses who will spend their entire lives complaining instead of taking action. Every single day you have a choice. You can be weak or you can be strong. You can be lazy or you can be disciplined. You can be average or you can be exceptional. There is no middle ground. There is no in between. You decide who you are every moment of every day. Most people will never escape the trap. They will never rise above their circumstances. They will never become anything more than what the world has forced them to be. But you don't have to be like them. You don't have to live like them. You don't have to die like them. You can choose to become something greater. You can decide right now that you refuse to live a normal life, that you refuse to be weak, that you refuse to accept anything less than complete dominance over your mind, your body, your future. The world belongs to the men who are willing to do what others won't. The world rewards those who work, who sacrifice, who push harder than anyone else. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, every time you choose action over laziness, every time you choose to fight instead of fold, you are building a man that cannot be stopped. And that man will look back one day and laugh at the version of himself who was too scared to start. So the only question left is this: will you be that man, or will you be just another nobody who wasted his life? The choice is yours, and time is running out. This is it, the moment where you either step up or stay exactly where you are. You've been given the truth, you've been shown the way, but none of it means anything if you don't act. That's the difference between the men who rise and the men who rot. One takes what he's learned and builds an empire with it. The other nods his head, feels inspired for a few minutes, then goes right back to the same weak existence he's always lived. Every man gets one life, one shot, one chance to become something great or die forgotten. Most people will never grasp the weight of that truth, but if you do, if you really understand it, you will never waste another second. The world is not going to wait for you. No one is coming to save you. No miracle is going to suddenly make you rich, strong, or successful. It's all on you. There are two types of men in this world: those who take control and those who let life control them. Right now, you are making a choice, a real, undeniable choice that will dictate your future. You either rise or you stay down. You either fight or you surrender. And if you choose weakness, understand that nobody will care, nobody will pity you, life will pass you by without a second thought, because this world does not reward excuses. It rewards results. The pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret will haunt you forever. One day you will look back at this moment and you will either be proud that you took action or ashamed that you let fear win. Every second you hesitate, someone else is getting stronger, getting richer, getting ahead. Do you want to be the man who watches others succeed, or do you want to be the man who makes success inevitable? Because make no mistake, success is inevitable for those who refuse to quit. So stop waiting, stop doubting, stop playing small. You have everything you need inside of you to win. You just have to unleash it. Decide today that you are done being weak, done making excuses, done being anything less than the strongest version of yourself. Get up, get to work, and never stop until the world knows your name.